started.
What?
We started.
We started?
We started.
Did we start?
No.
No?
Yes. Welcome to Freckles and the Fro.
I'm the pro.
I'm the Freckles, and this is episode 13.
Yeah, sure. Let's call it 13.
Let's call it 13. And this is like what I guess this is part 2 of Digimon. I don't know what the hell this thing is.
This is gonna be my favorite episode possible.
Sure.
Because I made you watch Digimon.
So
and now we're gonna talk about it.
So Digimon. Not Pokemon. Not Optimon Prime. Digimon.
No, the other 90s cartoon about collecting monsters and
Pocket
making them
monsters.
fight.
Yeah. So, do you want to explain what you made me do, or do you want me to explain it?
I guess I can.
Okay.
So, if we remember from, I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe, or maybe it was last week. I don't actually know. I'm very confused. But somehow
off to a good start.
I made us talk about Digimon for a little bit, and I decided that we were going to do an episode on it. So, because there's a lot of episodes, I was like, okay, we'll do like the first episode of the season, the last episode of the season, because, you want to see like how characters start and then how they develop and like where they end. And then I also asked you to watch a random middle episode, but you didn't do that, which is fine.
No, I did. I did on certain seasons. I did on certain seasons.
Okay.
And I'll get into a reason why.
Okay. So, do we want to start with the original series?
Yeah, we'll start with season 1.
All right. So, Digimon season 1 came out back in 99, I believe.
It feels like it. Like first episode, it feels very 90s.
It is trash.
It is so 90s, it hurts. Like, it was visually hard to watch.
It's ugly.
It's hard.
You can say it. It's ugly.
hard.
They didn't know how to draw hands, so everyone's wearing gloves.
Oh, that's why. I was like, yo, why is I thought it was like,
Nah.
I thought it was like
they were just like, fuck it. Everybody gets gloves because fingers are hard to draw.
Yo, that's great. Anyway, okay, so in my notes,
and then they got these big old chunky shoes.
so Steve,
like they're playing Kingdom Hearts.
So Steven was telling me to
Oh yeah, I asked her to take notes, and this way we had things to talk about.
So they're not constructive notes. It's more of just comments I had throughout the episode.
Listen, we're not trying to improve this series that ended 20 years ago. We're just trying to talk about it and, have fun.
So it was just like, I was just watching it and I'm just like putting it on, and my first note is fuck yeah intro. And
yeah, the intro's pretty good.
Slamming ass intro. Because it's just like, I've never seen Digimon, but that intro song, it hits. It hits. Digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. Like, return to the digital world. Like, that's like the best. That's good stuff.
Yes.
And then it goes on to friendship. My note, it just says, "This better not be the power of friendship." Bullshit. Couple of minutes into the episode, it is that bullshit. I know it. Like, this is my notes.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of childhood cartoons. It was like, we can solve this with friendship.
How long have we been here? Because they were like basically like running away from these like creatures, and they're just like, and then in my notes it's like, okay, you guys don't have to describe everything about. I get it's the first episode, and they're just like, we are digital monsters that live in this digital world. I am Gugagumon. I'm like,
But see, you gotta. Okay, so in the show's timeline, that's like their first day there,
Don't
like
don't
in the digital world.
don't give it all to me at once. Just let me figure it out
No,
over
but
time.
so it was also a fact of this was a brand new thing to, I mean, pretty much everyone. I mean, they had the Digimon V Tamer manga series going on in Japan, and then the TV show was in Japan, and then when we got it, we never got the manga as like a comic adaptation or anything. So they literally had to kind of spell it out for us dumb '90s kids.
Oh, I don't think they need to spell it out that hard.
You don't know how stupid we are.
It was like it was real rough. So anyway, as the episode goes on, it was just like, oh, scared kid scared, girl is girl, hero is hero. I'm like, yeah, lots of personality here. That's what I put. Like, girl is girl, boy is boy, smart boy is smart boy, edge boy is edgy boy. those
Yeah,
those are the personalities.
yeah. So, as the series progresses, uh, they each develop a singular character trait other than just being that character archetype.
Uh-huh.
So like, and that's where like the crests and shit come in that help them digivolve to better levels and shit.
Uh-huh.
And that's how you get like the jorts and the guns and stuff.
Okay, that I did not see.
No, that's that. So like, if you would have watched like the second episode of that season,
Uh-huh.
is when the first like big Digivolution, like Agumon turns to Greymon. So
No way.
li-
Damn, I
li-
was so close.
little dinosaur turns to bigger dinosaur.
Oh,
And
little dinosaur turns to big dinosaur. And I forgot
yeah,
to tell you the intro, so much spinning. Like literally
yeah,
there's
a lot of it. A lot of like spinning and twisting and sick.
Like the spinning was going on for a hot minute. Like it was like at least 30 seconds and I was just like, "Jeez, what's going on?"
Yeah. But yeah, so they each develop the crest and they get their singular character trait with it. So one of them, so like our main boy Ty, his thing is courage.
I kind of got that.
Edgy boy Matt, his
Edgy,
thing is his thing is friendship.
edgy boy Matt.
Yeah, his name is Matt.
Edgy boy Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Smart boy Izzy, his thing is knowledge, which he's already got, so I don't know if he really like develops it.
He doesn't really from what I see in like the last episode, it doesn't really feel like much
Yeah, no.
has changed of him.
Yeah. Let's see, who else is there? The Sora is the bucket helmet girl.
Uh-huh.
Her thing is love.
Okay, yeah. So, oh man, I wish we could just jump to the last episode because that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so yeah, the last episode.
So, let me. We'll get there because I still want to talk about this fucking middle episode I just watched.
Yeah, so let's go with the middle episode then. Can you tell me which one it is? Because I meant to. You were supposed to tell me so I could watch them before this and catch up.
Oh, whoops.
But just tell me which one it was. This way I can at least know the title and try to parse it out.
So I just like scrolled down and the episode name was The Piximon Cometh.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck. It was just they did some shit and everybody looked really weird. Like the one of the cat guy had like really big eyes and they were like walking around in the desert and shit.
Wait,
there was like this cruise.
Cat guy?
There was
Wait,
like
what cat guy?
There was like a cruise in the middle of like the freaking desert.
Oh, that's Edamon. He's an Elvis impersonation.
And then there was like what? And then the captain turned into a fucking bird. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's the fucking Cockatoo-mon or whatever the fuck he is.
What the? I was like, yo, this is. I feel like I'm on acid. I was like, what is happening? And they were talking about like they were literally like in the middle of this desert, just talking about how thirsty they are. And there's this little thing, like it looks like it has the face of a Furby, but it has like wings coming out of its head, and it's got like a pole, and they're just like walking through the desert.
Yeah, so that's Piximon.
Oh, that's Piximon.
Yeah.
Interesting. And that one was a weird one, so I just was kind of like in and out of it. I'm like, what the hell is it was? And then like Agumon like appears in like some like boat, and it's like some dreamscape, like him and Ty, I think his name was, and
Yeah.
they have no idea. They don't even remember being on the boat, and they just woke up on the boat. And I'm just like, where are we? I'm like, why are we on a boat? And that was a weird one. So I kind of just really wanted to get to the end of that, and get to the end, because I'm like, this is gonna make sense eventually. Boy, was I wrong.
Wait, hold up. Did you honestly think by watching 3 random episodes anything would make sense?
Maybe.
Oh,
I thought a little bit. I thought like a little bit it was gonna make like maybe make sense. Oh fuck, it didn't. It made worse. Like I had more questions than I kind of get it, but there was this cool thing in that middle episode where there was this like bone dude, and it was a really weird a dreamscape type episode, and I
dude.
kind of really liked it. It was like a weird like dreamscape like thing.
Do you mean Skull Greymon?
No, it didn't look like Skull Greymon. It looked like some
bone dude.
A bone dude. So it looked like we were in like his dream this whole episode. And he was like afraid of like riding his bike, and he went back with Agumon to that like memory of him being in that.
Right.
So it was a really, I kind of liked this episode. It was just weird, and I liked it. But yeah, the Digimon cometh, I think it's called.
Piximon cometh.
The Piximon cometh. There it is. The Piximon cometh.
So that's episode 18.
Yeah, so that was
that's early in the series.
Hey, that's the one I picked. I literally just held down my down, and then I pressed enter, and that's what I got. So the whole, and so after that, you know, my notes get skimmed because I'm just like watching the episodes and I'm forgetting to take notes.
Right.
And and then in the last episode, I go, fuck yeah, Final Evolutions.
Yeah, okay, so
it opens.
So they only 2 of them actually get their final evolutions.
Oh, so that's not even their honestly, that's wild.
So there's like in the like there's the different levels of Digimon, like Agumon, Gabumon, like the base guys. Those are rookie stages.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think in Japan they're child stage, whatever it is.
Okay.
Because different naming conventions, whatever. So in this original series, the only 2 that ever actually made it to their mega stage were Agumon and Gabumon, Metal Garurumon and War Greymon. No.
So so Ultimates are not like the final. They're not?
No.
Bro, these things looked wild. It was like Mega Butlermon, Lilymon, Angel Sexatron, Zododomon. Like those things.
I'm sorry, are you talking about Angelomon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everybody's girlfriend.
Godadumon, and then so I'm guessing it's
Zudomon and
so I'm guessing I'm guessing Agumon and the wolf dude warp Digivolve. That's like the super ultra where they have like that shield on his back. And okay, yeah, because honestly, the beginning of this was wild. Like it is super like cool seeing them all like do it's like War Gray Silvermon and Taganu Ojimamon.
Yeah, those are words. Sure.
I should have wrote these.
You gotta fucking wrote it down.
I should have wrote them down.
So as you're talking about these things, I'm over here on the Digimon Wikipedia reminding myself of shit, and I'm trying to parse out what you're talking about, and I've got nothing. Like, you're just saying Vowels.
Vowels. So in this one, they're like fighting this crazy. I don't know. They're in space, by the way. First of
Yes.
all, they're in space, and
Yes. So they're in space and they're fighting Apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I had so many questions about it because it was cool. It was a fun fight, but they were running in space. Like there was solid
Yeah.
platforms, and I'm like,
Yep.
wait a minute, aren't we in space right now? Like I kept writing in my notes, we're in space, right?
So
Space,
it's in like Digiworld space.
Yeah, sure.
It's not like real space. So like they listen. It's a cartoon, man.
And then Lilymon just chucks Pink Girl, and she's like, hey, next time, can you, like, not use me as a boomerang? And she's like, I just wanted to make sure you came back to me. I was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
She's not a boomerang.
Yeah, but that's I don't know. I got nothing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was wild. But
Mimi is just fucking annoying. She might be the worst character in the show.
like, but some of them had. Oh, the Celestial Arrow was pretty cool. Like this, like final episode.
The
was
angel
pretty cool.
guys. So the two angels, they actually get bigger storylines in like other series. And
No
it's really fucking
way.
cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So they're considered holy Digimon
Oh.
because angels and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they actually I think it's in Frontier, which you watched a handful of episodes, and we'll get to that later.
Yep.
They play a bigger role, that you probably didn't see, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
So yeah.
So this last the season finale was real. Like, first of all, an improvement in the art style. What?
Yes.
Yo, the art is phenomenal in this one.
There's over the course of season 1, there's 54 episodes.
So many.
It takes place like an entire year. So from episode 1 to episode 54, you've got 54 weeks worth of work showing improvement. And it very clearly shows.
Oh yeah, clear. Oh yeah, it really, really does. Especially from episode 18, it even looks better. Like, yeah. I don't know what happened, but somebody got fired. Somebody totally got fired. Or like just advancements over the years. Either or, I approve. But yeah, towards the end, they defeat the Apocalypse Debon.
Yes.
And the digital world starts coming back, and all that stuff. And they're at this like little like Digi-village with all these eggs, these Digi eggs. And I thought that was really cute. They're like, yeah, you'll be here. It takes like 60 years for these eggs to hatch. I'm like, oh, they ain't gonna be here.
Well, so they go to that spot earlier in the series, and they learn about the Digi eggs, because what winds up happening is, so about halfway through the series, maybe like a third of the way through the series, after they all get their champion level evolutions. They fight this dude called Devimon. He's like season, like it's like this is all season 1, but like it's broken down into arcs. So he's like arc 1 bad guy.
Is he a virus?
Yeah, he's a virus type.
Okay, so he's in this episode. He's in the last episode. He's a virus type.
He literally looks like a devil.
Yes,
like, all black, horns, bat wings.
He looks like
Devimon.
What's his name from like a green dude. He looks like what's his name from Street Fighter.
Blanca?
He looks kind of like him. He has like orange. No, that's not him.
That's Ogremon.
Ogre. Okay, it's either Ogremon or one of them. But he comes and he.
You're talking about Ogremon, who they have like a little back and forth thing with. He used to be a bad guy, now he's a friend. But yes, he does look like Blanca from Street Fighter.
Yeah, so he's currently on what's it called? He was in that episode. He was a virus type, and he's like, I want to stay. I'm gonna fuck shit up, so I'm leaving. And he's like, oh, he just can't admit that he likes us, and he disappears. And then this nightmare fuel of a Digimon shows up, and he looks like a rip-off version of the Terminator. He never blinks. That
is Andromon.
Oh, he is terrifying, man. Like,
so he is actually, he's an ultimate level.
I'm sorry to hear that. That looks.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like
sorry
super. He's super powerful.
I am sorry to hear that. So that's crazy because he doesn't look like it. He looks crazy
No.
scary. So
Yeah.
the episode ends and they're just like, "Oh, what's going on?" He's like, "What's up with that eclipse?" And they're like, shit, the gate's closing between the real world and the digi world. So they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna stay for like 100,000 summers or whatever." That was the alternate version of that movie, 500 Days of Summer. It's a
Yeah.
100,000 Days of Summer.
Well,
Anyway,
it's like Phineas and Ferb.
yeah, it's 100. Yeah,
There's only
definitely,
104 days of summer, but we've got like 600 episodes.
absolutely. So they're like saying goodbye to each other, and they're just like, "Hey, I'm gonna miss you. Promise you'll come back. Sure, Buckaroo." And the other
Yeah.
one's like, "Hmm, that says it. Play your harmonica." I'm like, "Yeah, play that shit."
Yeah, he learns to be a friend.
Oh, he
Yeah.
did? Because that didn't
Yeah.
sound like a
No,
friend.
so it's partially about, it's not so much the friendship with his Digimon, it's his friendship with Tai
Oh,
and like
okay.
other people. And then he also learns how to be a big brother because he's
He's
got TK.
Oh, okay. But that was funny because I would not have guessed that from that interaction with his last of his Digimon because that
Now,
was funny as hell. He was
yeah,
just
no.
like, hmm.
So I
Well, I
want to let
guess
you
that
know.
says it. I'm like,
I
what?
want to let you know. So recently, I mean, recent as like last year, they made uh essentially a sequel. I guess I guess it's technically like a third sequel. So like there's this season and then the next season that we're going to talk about in a minute. And then they made like this 6-part movie series called Digimon Adventure Try.
Okay.
Uh it ends the exact same way.
Oh,
He's
boy.
like or oh no, sorry. Try doesn't end that way. The other movie does. Last Evolution, where like the Digimon fade away. But it literally ends the exact same way as this episode. Like they're sitting somewhere and they go, huh, huh, and then he plays his harmonica, and then the Digimon dusts away.
Oh,
Like
what?
like Thanos fucking snapping his fingers, dust.
Ay, ay, ay. But that was
Yeah.
and then it got real sad. Honestly, this ending didn't really make me sad. It was just like, oh, I guess this is it. I guess this is the last of it. And then the pink hat was just like,
Mimi.
sure. Was just like, she's hiding from me. And she's like, I don't want to see her, cause that means I can't say goodbye. And then she literally runs to say goodbye. And
Yeah.
they're like, all right, bye. She's like, she's like in the thing. She's like, bye. Anyway, she's like, I'll miss you. And she's like rushing through it. And I'm just like, geez. I was like, guess you didn't care that much.
Yeah. Now.
And then the episode ends.
Yes.
So let's move on to. Honestly, that one I will not go back to. That one looks a little
Okay.
too
So that's
rough.
my other thing. That's my other question as we're going through this.
No, this one I will not go back to.
So the original adventure, we're not going back.
No. Apocalyptomon looked really cool, but there's another villain that I think looks cooler, and I'll discuss which one that is. So the next one is Digimon Adventures 02?
Yes. So everybody used to just call it Digimon Adventure 2 until people started figuring out, like, no, it's because it came out in 2002. Like, oh, shit. Like, that kind of shit. So it's Digimon Adventure 02.
Okay, Digimon Adventure 02. So that one, it just felt like the same one. It kind of, the animation was fine. Animation was cool. Animation was a lot better. But it just felt like what I just watched.
So it is a direct continuation.
Yeah, so that was cool.
It's time skip continuation, but like, because TK and Kari are still there. They're just aged up a little bit, and like everybody's aged up.
Oh, but this one's last episode had me crying.
All right, well, hold on. We'll get to the last episode in a minute. Let's start at the beginning. Enter Flame Dramon is the first episode.
Yes, Enter Flame Dramon. So I'm gonna tell you the title of the one that I want to watch in the middle. A very Digi Christmas. Of course, I'd accidentally get the Christmas episode.
How did you get the Christmas episode?
was scrolling through it because I literally just held down the down button and I just opened my eyes and pressed play. And it was like all I hear is the Christmas music. I'm like, no.
See, now I kind of wish I would have been like, hey, there's a Christmas episode in every season. You got to watch that one specific.
Oh no, I would have hated every
I
minute
know.
because I
Yeah,
hated that one.
entirely.
It was so cheesy. It was so
Yeah,
Christmassy, and the show was already cheesy enough. So
right.
I kind of liked how the first episode opened. It was just like, hey, that dude looks really familiar, but that's not the same dude. If it
Yeah.
was, he'd be better at soccer. So I'm like, okay, TK is better at soccer. And then we get this. We see everybody. Everybody's like older, and
Yeah.
I liked that there was a continuation because I don't know, the show had the first season had that personality to definitely have a part two.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really nice to see that. But then there was this edgelord. Like we're going into the. I literally have edgelord in my notes. There's always an edgelord.
Are you talking about Ken?
These like I don't know. He was sitting in like a throne, and he's like the
Blue hair?
blue hair. Yeah, and I think he was like
Yeah,
called
he's the
the
Digimon
emperor.
Emperor.
The emperor of
Yeah.
the Digimon, and I was just like, I honestly absolutely love his little minion, which is the little cat.
Wormmon?
Yes, he's my.
Wormmon.
He
Yes.
he made me cry. Literally, he was in only one episode I saw. He wasn't in the middle episode. No, yes, he was. He wasn't.
Had to be in the Christmas episode.
He was in the Christmas episode, and I loved him in that. He was in the first episode, but he wasn't in the season finale, and I was pissed.
I'll double check that, but I'm like 90% sure he's definitely in the
He's
season
not.
finale.
He is not in the season finale. Either he
Well,
is, and he's in one of his ultimate forms, but I did not.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, so
I'll double check that. But tell me more about the episode.
But
tell me what you think.
So it was real wild. All we see is like whipping and these like Digimon getting like flea collars and basically becoming like what, dark Digimon, like something like that.
Yeah,
they were all becoming like dark Digis.
So the Digimon Emperor creates these collars and things to control the Digimon and make them evil.
Yes,
pretty much it.
Yes, basically make them evil. So, and then I really think it's really cool that TK is like spearheading like all of this stuff in the digital world, and I thought it was really interesting that that everybody was still heavily involved in the digital world.
Yeah,
though they couldn't,
especially after that that goodbye sequence in the season finale. It's like, I'm never gonna see you again. Hey, it's next summer. What you doing?
Hey, yeah. And then there was and then this new dude who was supposed to be TK 2.0 got Vmon, which was really cute.
So he's not TK 2.0. He's Tai 2.0.
Boo!
Because he gets the goggles.
Oh, he gets the. I always get TK and
yeah, no. So TK was the little kid in green.
Yeah, he was the tech whiz. The tech whiz. That was like his.
No, that's Izzy.
That's Izzy. Oh boy.
Izzy is the tech whiz. TK was just the little baby boy. And then in this one, TK. I mean, he's still got Patamon, so but he's all grown up. And he wears a dumb bucket hat.
Sensational. And that one's like really cute because you basically see a lot of new characters get introduced. Another nerdy girl and her little brother, which was really cute.
Yoli, and then I don't think they're related, but I think you're talking about Cody.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, no, they're not related because he literally goes, "Hey, can you come over my house? My mom's making brownies for you to help our shit." And
yeah, whatever it is.
So yeah, so that episode was nice. Honestly, the animation was not good. For some reason, I don't know why the animation was not good.
Somehow they went backwards. And I was just like, what the fuck?
It was really weird that they went backwards in the animation, and then again, like while I'm in the Christmas episode, it's getting a little better again. Like it's still not amazing, but it's better. And then there's this creepy tall dude in it. I don't know who he is.
Oh, that hit. Give me a second.
I don't know who he is.
What?
Oh, I'm on a very digi Christmas now.
Right. Okay, so we've moved to the next episode. Sorry, I was still looking at the wrong page.
That's fine.
So, our person, his name is. Give me a sec. fuck, where is it? Taichikawa?
Yes, Hachikawa. Yes, because he's brought
I
up
think.
in the other
Vietnam
episode.
Star.
So what? Yeah. So I guess I noticed in this very
No,
digi.
it's not Taichikawa.
No, it's
Sorry,
not.
that's a different person.
So in this one, I noticed that all of the main people aren't really in this one. Cause I was watching a very Digi Christmas and everybody's different. Everybody looks like who they're supposed to be, but it's different characters. So mom's making turkey and they're all just like sitting around and I think in the end like they're fighting like these two giant everybody's in their digiform. Well, they go into their digiforms. They're not their ultimates. There's like they DNA digivolve to I only remember what Vmon does, which is X Vmon, and he has like a horn on his head.
So yeah, so Vmon becomes X Vmon, Wormmon becomes Stingmon. They DNA digivolve to Paildramon, and then Paildramon like warp digivolves to Im the hell's your name? Imperial Dramon, right? Yeah.
Sure, I believe
Yeah,
you.
that's a thing that happens.
Um,
I'm looking at the list. I should just read it.
So, and at the end, they're like fighting like this giant teddy bear. And
That would be Monzimon.
lots of it's Christmas, so of course we're gonna fight something that looks like a toy. And
Yeah.
Stingmon, yeah, Stingmon. Oh yeah.
So
Stingmon.
that's Wormmon's guy.
That's why I didn't notice him at the end because I was like, who the hell is Stingmon?
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's Wormmon's champion stage.
oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So that Christmas episode was a miss for me. I was super bored during this one.
I mean, it's Christmas.
It's mostly the Christmas episode. But let's get to that goddamn season finale. I don't think it's this one that the season finale was pretty solid. I'm trying. Oh, it was cheesy. It was cheesy as hell because what happens is they go to the Digiworld. The Digiworld is basically like being consumed, and there are all these kids who are being like manipulated to basically work for, I guess, the Emperor. I don't know who they were working for.
So they're working. So the creepy dude, Mr. Oikawa, that is his name. I figured it out. He's been infecting people on behalf of like Malomyotismon, the real big bad dude.
Yeah.
And then but all of these kids are also Digidestined. Like they're the same as our people
first
that
guys.
we've come to know.
Yeah.
And like
the first guys.
And like but then the whole thing just turns out like we just needed the power of friendship, and everybody's just like, yeah.
That was the thing of the first season. It was just like we're best friends. I'm like, kill me, please, please. In this one, it was the power of dreams, and that part made me want to vomit. I was just
that's a thing that happens here.
Oh my goodness, they were like, it's because you don't believe in your dreams. If you don't believe in your dreams, who's gonna really believe in you? The only person who could stop you from dreaming is you. I'm like, kill me, please. And also, the animation in this did not get better. At the end, it still looks the same. Like
it's still kind of bad, which is again weird. Like they. Again, another 50 episodes.
Really weird, like very disappointing. Like this one was, especially the last episode, it was not very appealing to look at. But it was really, I think it was really nice, like the whole like, oh, we're fighting and we're all good, and then the other thing that blew my mind was the parents were there now. I'm like, whoa! I'm like, you guys are taking this very, very well. Taking this very well.
So the parents of people show up in the first season too. Not as much.
Oh, okay.
Well,
all right.
I guess
towards
towards the latter end of the series, when they start moving away from the digital world back into the real world and stuff, the parents become a bigger role. Like Matt's dad becomes like a main character almost.
Yes, because he's actually like aware of like the Digimon and shit, and I was just
because so there's an episode in the first season that you didn't see, the Digimon are coming to the real world, and like everybody gets taken captive, and he's like one of the ones that has to help and fight and all this stuff.
What?
Yeah, but
So,
yeah,
so this one actually, I'm not gonna lie, the end scene was pretty cool. So, all of the Digimon around the world basically like come together to defeat this big ass baddie, and I
yeah,
kind of love shit like that. But
yeah.
there is one Digimon that fucking makes me lose my shit. So that all the kids are like Freezemon, Shakomamon, Apemon, Metamon, and Crabmon, and then someone goes Seamon. I'm like, excuse me.
What? I don't think you have that right.
Yeah, no, Steven, go watch the episode. Someone
I'm
says Seamon.
I'm looking at the list of every Digimon that shows up in this episode. I don't think they're even. Oh, it's Sneemon.
No, 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 no.
It's
She does not say it like that. No, Steven. She says Seamon.
or it's a big green bug looking thing, right?
She says.
Kind of looks like Scyther.
She said. I didn't see it, but I heard it. She said Seamon, and I lost.
Okay,
it.
I'm sure because they were around the world, she had an accent. The creature's name is Sneemon. Snimon.
You know what? I'm pulling up the episode right now, and I'm gonna spell it how she says it. Okay? I'm gonna put on the subtitles, and I'm gonna spell it how it says in the subtitles.
Be fucking quick about it then.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah. So while you do that, I'll talk for a little bit now.
Okay, sure.
So, Digimon Adventure 2 is probably like my second favorite season.
That's crazy to hear.
Well, so I really like it because they do something weird with like they introduce like okay, so like with Pokemon, it was like okay, we have these Pokemon and like you can evolve either level or evolution stone. And then like Gen 2, they were like you can evolve with level evolution stone or this new mechanic called friendship.
Oh boy. Okay.
This season of Digimon did the same thing. Like back in season 1, it was like you can only level up by being friends and sharing power together. But this one, it was like they've got the DNA digivolving and armor digivolving, and like I like a lot of the armor digivolutions are really fucking cool. Like the Flamedramon, Raydramon, Submarimon, like there's Digmon is really cool for no reason. But yeah, so that's why I like this one. Like it just got some of my favorite like moments from the shows.
And
so
while
how's that episode going?
hold on, while I'm looking for it, I also wanted to bring up the first season real quick back.
Yeah, we can go back to it.
In the first season, I remember you told me that one of the Digidestined were like yeah, hers was love. And the last episode, her story got so deep. She was just like, yeah, man, I realized, me and my mom didn't have the best relationship until you came along. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
what the hell?
They realized they didn't spend a lot of time with her at some point, and they were like, shit, we gotta figure this out. Screw it, it's all going in the last episode.
That was wild. I was just like, whoa. I was like, well, that makes sense why she's the love stone. I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
She had to, learn how to love others and accept herself for who she is and things like that. Who else is there? TK's thing was Pope.
So real quick, sorry, I found it.
You got it. Fine. Okay, we're back.
It's Seamon. It's Seamon. Seamon.
And can you describe it to me?
So
is the Digimon in the scene?
That's the thing. It's not in the scene. It's literally just one of the Digidestinies screaming out their Digimons. So
okay.
It's
Can you? I need you to scrub through and like find it, because I'm gonna tell you now. The name is Sneemon.
I don't think
1,000. There is no Digimon named Seamon. They wouldn't do that.
I believe you.
They renamed like half of these things because they have like whatever Japanese name that makes total sense, and they were just like, and whatever. We'll just call like, oh, what are you? A bug? Cool, you're Bugmon. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it just didn't go well in translation, and it is Sneemon, but in American it probably translated to Seamon. And
no, it's Sneemon. That was one of the names they didn't change. You alright?
I'm just losing because I just lost my shit when I saw that. When I heard it, I was like sitting there watching it, and they're naming everybody, and then like Simon, I was like, "Excuse me, excuse me."
Alright.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go back because I'm looking at it now and I don't see this Digimon. So I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
So
wait, so before we go to the next season.
No, not the next season. I mean, just moving on in the episode.
Oh, there's more episodes to talk about? Cool.
Oh, there's
let's go.
there's more episode to talk about. And
right.
because the ending is like the best part. The ending is just them like years later, and they're still involved in the Digi world. Like some of them even have professions like not TK, the one with Agumon. Tai is like a diplomat in the UN between the Digi world and the real world. I'm like, that's sick as hell. Like,
it's a rad job. How do I get that?
How do I get that? Like national relations between the Poké world and the real world. Sign me up.
Yeah,
sign me up. But we're not talking about Pokemon. But it was just it was just really nice to see like their kids are now involved with the Digimon that they had, and now they're in the Digi world with their parents. I love shit like that. Like, I love seeing, you know, these characters grow over time and they become these adults that are still involved in the thing that affected them the most. Like, I thought that was really beautiful. And I really liked how it ended. Like, honestly, I would have even loved it if they did a Digimon 03 or a Digimon 04 just about the kids. Just about the kids.
Oh, about like the next generation.
Basically. Oh yeah, even calling in next generation I would have like loved.
So like there's more to the story of like Tai and Sora and Matt and like the original Digidestin. There's more to that story. That's where Digimon Adventure Tri. It's a 6-part movie thing, and then Digimon Last Evolution is another movie. There's also the Digimon movie, which I may make you watch at some point. We're not going to do it like the next episode.
No, because we've been too much Digimon.
Yeah, no, we'll space it out. But at some point, I'm gonna make you watch the Digimon movie because it's actually 3 movies in a trench coat. like one of the stories they cut 40 minutes worth of content out of.
No way.
And they just reworked it. Yeah, it's a lot of shit. But yeah, so that's a way to spend more time with these characters that we like. But what else you got about this season?
That's about it. That was about it.
Okay, so now the question: would you go back to this season?
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
That was just like 24 episodes. I'm like, oh no.